Assalamu alaikum, dear student. How are you? I hope all of you are well by the grace of Almighty. Welcome to all. I am Muhammad Abdul Qadir, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Kamyani School and College. Dear student, let us start our class. Now, dear student, look at these sentences. Dash morning work is a good habit for all classes of people. It is a simple exercise and good for health and dash mentality. So there are four options. What is the right option? Yeah? You are correct. This is the right option. See here, we have not used any of the article in the gaps. So our today's lesson, can you guess? Yeah, our today's lesson is omission of articles. Omission of articles. Now let us start our class. Now, dear student, these are the learning outcomes. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to mention where to omit article A. You will be able to say where to omit article N, and last of all, you will be able to mention where to omit article the. Dear student, this is rule number 1, rules of omitting article A and N. And rule number 1 says A or N is not used with a plural noun. Look at the example. Dogs, you can't say a dogs. Girls, you can't say a girls. Books, you can't say a books. Now, dear student, this is rule number 2. A or N is not used before unconditional, uncountable noun. Let me explain with example. See here, furniture, machinery, gold, scenery. So these are all uncountable. That's why you are not allowed to use A or N before uncountable nouns. Now, rule number 3, dear student, A or N is not used before the name of meal. Look at the example. We have breakfast at 8. You can't say we have a breakfast at 9 or 8. We eat dinner together. Not that means you are not allowed to say we eat a dinner together. But, dear student, please remember, if adjectives is used before the name of meal, then you can use A or N. Look at this example. She gave them a good breakfast. So good is the adjective here. That's why just you are allowed to use A or N. Here it is A. If a special meal is given in a ceremony, then A or N can be also used. See here, we are invited to a dinner. Which dinner? At her marriage ceremony. So this dinner is indicating the dinner of the marriage ceremony. That's why you can use A here. Now, dear student, let me show you some rules of omitting articles the. Rule number 1. The is not placed before proper noun. See here, Newton is a proper noun. Newton is a great scientist, not only of England, but also of the world. So Newton, specific Newton. Newton means this person. So it's a proper noun. You can't use any article, especially the, before proper noun. But please remember, when the article is used before proper noun, it becomes a common noun. Look at the example. A Newton cannot be a Milton. A Newton means, yeah, who was Newton? Newton was a scientist. So whenever you say a Newton, that means you are mentioning or indicating a scientist. And Milton, you know, Milton is was a great poet, And whenever you say a Milton, that means a poet. It indicates poet. So you can use when if you use article here, it will indicate a common noun. Now rule number 2, dear student, the is not placed before material and abstract noun. See, look at this example. This is an material noun. Iron is a material noun. Iron is a useful metal. So you can't say that the iron is a useful metal. Look at this example. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is an abstract noun. So you can't say the honesty is the best policy. Now dear student, look at the rule number 2. This is the exception. Yeah. But the can be used if the structure is as follows. What is the structure? See here, material noun or abstract noun plus ob plus noun. In that case, you can use an article, especially the. So the water of this pond. So water is the material noun here, of and this pond. So you can use the here. Look at this example once again. The honesty of poor woodcutter is known to all. So the honesty, this is the abstract noun of, and then the noun is known to all. Now dear student, let me show you rule number 3. The is not used before the name of meal and games. Look at this example. We like to play cricket. You can't say we like to play the cricket. See here, we eat dinner together. You are not allowed to say we eat a dinner together. But dear student, please keep it in mind. If a special meal is given in a ceremony, then the can be used. See here, we are invited to the dinner at her marriage ceremony. See here, to the dinner, that means we are indicating the dinner of the marriage ceremony. That's why we can use the here. The wedding's dinner was very pleasing. See here, we are talking about the wedding dinner. So here, just a special dinner. That's why we can use the here. Now dear student, let me just introduce you rule number 4. The is not used after possessive case. Look at the example. This is my book. You can't say this is the book. Okay. Now rule number 5. The is not used before the name of purse of body or the name of cloth. Look at the example, dear student. Do not move your hand. Do not move your hand, not the hand. Do not wear shirt, not the shirt. Now dear student, look at this rule. It's a very important rule. Very often we do mistake, or student do mistake here. So the is not used before school, college, church, bed, hospital, market, prison, university, court, home, sea, town, mosque, when these places are visited or used for their primary purpose. Let me give some example. See here, we go to the school or college. Why do we usually go to the school or college? Of course, we go to the school or college to learn. So this is the primary purpose of going to the school or college. So here you are not allowed to use the article the. See here, they go to the church. So their primary purpose is of going to the church is they would like to do the prayer. Ahnaf goes to bed. So the primary purpose of the Ahnaf is to sleep. Kamal goes to market to sell or buy. Moriam goes to hospital. So what is the purpose of going to the hospital? I'm indicating the primary purpose is for the treatment. So here you can't use the. But dear student, please keep in mind that when these places are visited or used for any other purpose, you can use the. Look at this example. I went to the college to see the principal. Here, my intention was not to learn anything from the college. What is my intention? My intention is to see the principal or to meet the principal. So you can use the here. He went to the hospital to see his uncle. Yeah, here you can also use the, because your purpose of going to the hospital is not for getting treatment. So you went to the hospital to see your uncle. They visited the church to see its decoration. See here, the purpose. What is the primary purpose? Not the doing or saying any prayer in the church. They visited the church to see its decoration. And the last one, the reporter visited the market to make a price survey. So you know that the primary purpose of going to the market is either buying or selling something. But here the reporter went to the market or visited the market in order to make a price survey. So this is not the primary purpose. These are secondary purpose. So in such cases, you can use the. Now, dear student, look at this rule number 7. The is not used before office and town. See here the example. Now he is in office. Usually we just indicate office means a room, or just where the people do sit and do the work. But there is no room. He is on the street, but still he is in the office. Here office indicate duty. We went to town for shopping. Yeah, here the town indicate the speaker's own town. But dear student, please keep it in mind, if office means the place of work, then you can use the. See here, he is in the office. It is his workplace. It's and here office does not indicate his duties or responsibilities. Here office only indicate his workplace. That's why you can use the here. Now, dear student, I would like to draw your attention to rule number 8. The is not used before the name of squares, building, avenue, street and park. Let me show you an example, some example. Yesterday I went to Kamal Ataturk Avenue. So Kamal Ataturk Avenue, it's an avenue, so that's why you are not allowed to use the here. Go along Hurley Street, it's an street, so you are not allowed to use the here. Next, we went to Ramna Park, it is the name of park, you are not allowed to use the here. I visited Buckingham Palace, so you are not allowed to use the here before Buckingham Palace. But please keep it in mind, the can be used before the name of road. Look at this example. Go along the green road. So whenever you are using the word road or indicating any road, you can use the here. Rule number 9, the is not used before man or women in the sense of mankind. And the is not used before father, mother, uncle, aunt or baby when it expresses our father, mother, our uncle, our aunt, our baby, etc. Look at the example. Men and women should go side by side this world. Women are very sensitive. Mother is angry. Baby is crying. Uncle is coming. Aunt is cooking. So see here, in none of this case, we use the here. Rule number 10, the is not used before nature if it does not indicate the behavior of someone. Look at this example. Wordsworth was a great lover of nature. Here nature, you see, this is the nature, the environment. Okay, but the nature of this man is not good. Here nature, it does not indicate the natural beauty or environment. So here this nature indicate behavior. So if nature indicate behavior, in that case you can use the before the nature, otherwise not. Now dear student, let me explain rule number 11. The is not used before home when it means the home of the speaker or the person spoken to. Look at the example. Stay at home. See here, this dog know which particular home it is. It is its home. Go to the home. Of course, this dog also know just which home it has to go. Okay. But when home is followed by a descriptive phrase or clause, the is necessary. Look at this example. He returned to the home where he had been so happy. See here, where he had been so happy, this is a clause. So this clause just giving more information about this word home. So that's why just you can use the before the home here. Now look at another example. She was married in the home of her grandparents. So in the home, yes, in the home. Which home? Of her grandparents. Of her grandparents is the phrase here. So you can use the here. Now dear student, this is rule number 12, and it says the is not used before the names of season and festivals. I repeat, the is not used before the names of seasons and festivals. Look at the example. Summer, you can't say the summer. Winter, spring, autumn. But you have to say the rainy season. This is an exception of the season. And summer is the best time for picnic. The first time I went to Darjeeling was the summer. See here, I have used the here before the summer, but this summer indicates specific summer that is in the mind of the speaker. So that's why the is used here. Rule number 12, similarly festivals. Yeah, I would like to show you some examples regarding the festivals. You can't say the Eid day. So you should say Eid day, Pahla Baishak, Durga Puja. So these are all festivals. So you need not use the before the name of any festivals. Now dear student, this is rule number 13, and rule number 13 says the is not used before the words king and queen if they are followed by the name of king or queen. Let me explain with the example. See here, King George V. So king is the this rank, and just George V is the name. So whenever king or queen is followed by any name or its name, in that case you need not to use the. See here, Queen Victoria. Victoria is the name. Now dear student, this is rule number 14, and rule number 14 says the is not used before vocative case. Vocative case, see here, look at the example. Boys don't play in the sun. So see here, this boys is used as addressing. So whenever you use whenever you address someone, you need not to use the before that case. Vocative case, it is called vocative case. So you need not to use any article or in fact the before the vocative case. Rule number 15, dear student, according to rule number 15, the is not used before the complement of the verbs. See here, complement. It comes complement. The word complement comes from the complete, and the verbs like select, elect, appoint, make, nominate, crown, etc. Look at the example. We elected him chairman. So chairman is the complement of this sentence. See here, we elected him. They selected me. captain. You can't say they selected me the captain. You can't say we elected him the chairman. Clear? Now rule number 16. The is not used before the apposition of proper noun indicating rank or profession. What does it mean? See here, look at the example. You will understand, I hope. Mr. Rahim. Who is Mr. Rahim? Headmaster of our school. This is called case in apposition. Is a good man. And what is case in apposition? Case in apposition always give some extra information about a noun or a pronoun. And please keep it in mind that whenever you use case in apposition, you have to use comma before and after the case in apposition. Rule number 17. No article is used before unique post. See here, look at the example. He was elected president of association, of the association. See here, president is the unique post. Only one person can be president. She became principal of the college. So principal, the unique post, only one can be the principal of an institution. He was elected chairman of the company. So chairman, unique post. So you need not to use the before this unique post. Now dear student, it's time for evaluating you. Should we use article the before religious book? What will be the option? Yeah, I think you can give the answer. Yes, of course, we have to use the before religious book, before the name of religious book. Next question. Will you use article the before the name of a lake? Yeah. What will be the option? See here. No. You need not to use any article before the name of lake. Now dear student, look at this question. Are you shopping for dash health club to join so you can get in shape? What will be the option? See the options are A and the and no article. So are you shopping? Are you shopping for what? See here, this is the correct option. Shopping for a health club to join so you can get in shape. Now next question. Shop wisely. You could end up choosing dash wrong club and losing more money than pounds. So these are the option A and the and no article. So what will be the option? See here. The correct option is the here. You have to use the before wrong. Okay.